position.
They're both a little bit scared of each other.
Definitely hesitant.
I mean, Faded Light doesn't want to attack right now because he's taking his expansion. I mean, if he just waits a little bit longer,
Yeah.
he will catch up and eventually surpass Ronzo. He's got total vision of what Ronzo has with that very well-placed observer.
The Nexus is completed. Faded has to know with that observer in place that he's slightly behind. If these two balls were engaged, that mass number of zealots may just have their way with things, seen as there's no sentries.
CBLOL, I am getting some nerd chills because the next engagement is going to be huge. Oh, just thinking about what's going to happen.
It's going to be massive, but Ronzo's further extending that lead. Faded is
And here comes the attack. Some good force fields, but they're actually just stopping his own zealots from engaging. And Ronzo's observer gets sniped.
This is definitely the time to try to get those immortals in a better position as he's away.
He's caught a few stalkers there. Eventually, that's what you want to do. You want to pick off a few stalkers here and there, and eventually your army is going to be big enough to just overrun your opponents.
Yeah, the probe transfer is completed for Faded. He's got 2 bases mining very well right now. His first is almost mined out.
And he's chrono boosting more probes actually. He's about 11 ahead now, and the supply count is actually catching up very quickly.
Dwindling. A lot of that supply though is being made up in harvesters.
And what I think Ronzo's trying to do here, he's just gonna take the back door and go right into Faded Light's base because he's working on these destructible rocks right now. But here comes Ronzo. Here comes Faded Light's army. Ronzo is caught out of position because he was trying to take down the destructible rocks.
That being said, over and over again, Faded is just keeps having those immortals in the bad position.
Exactly, and they're taking shots at the zealots, and you never want to do that.
It's definitely hard though when there's that many zealots. Pursuing.
Now the thing is, the supply count may be really close, but the difference is that Ronzo's army is much bigger because Faded Light is actually 16 probes ahead. So if you look at that difference, you have to factor in another 16. In fact, and that's actually the difference in the army. So Ronzo's got quite a larger army, but if he sits back and does nothing, Faded Light's gonna eventually pass him.
Definitely. One thing to note though is that Faded actually has 1-0 completed for his upgrades. He has the weapon upgrade completed, whereas Ronzo has nothing.
And Ronzo has the charge lots actually. That's gonna come in a lot of handy for chasing down Faded Light's army right here.
This is gonna be crucial.
Definitely, Faded Light definitely wants to take his ramp. Oh, and he force fields these 2 immortals. That was brilliant.
Those mortals met a terrible
Definitely, definitely.
Same fate as the probe.
Same fate as that probe.
Trapped against a wall, screaming for life.
Can probes scream?
Screaming for mercy. I'd imagine they probably have a little robotic function. They can make some sort of sound.
In a corner that you press the scream button.
May not be a traditional scream, but
would it be similar to the GG button?
Maybe. We'll have to save that. We won't get a taste.
Definitely.
Not for a little while at least. Ronzo though is in a good position to make it the last GG button we hear for this tournament.
Now Ronzo is smart because he knows all about secret expansions. He's sending 1 zealot everywhere. And he's gonna cache the secret expansion right over here. No, he doesn't. Let me see if he caught that. Oh no, he did. He did catch sight of that.
He did.
In fact, he does see it.
He's turning
back
now. His mouth is watering that. That zealot's getting ready to go. Oh, he leaves. Just addressing it is all he's doing. He says, "Yeah, I recognize that."
Beautiful force field. Ronzo's getting the surround on his army here. I do think it's safe to say that the light is fading on Faded Light.
That being said, a little light may be brought by this Colossus. What's one Colossus going to do against the entire ball? Well, that's quite a bit actually if he keeps force fielding the ball.
In fact, that force field is actually working in Faded Light's favor now. If he got some sentries himself, he might be in a better position. But I think this might be game. I think Ronzo's going to clear Faded Light's base right here, right now.
GG. This is the end of the tournament. Ronzo taking it. You want to say a few words?
That $20. So much closer. He's going straight for the robotics facility, and the Colossus is not going to pop out.
He's taking one of many crisp $20 bills.
I think the riots are starting to happen, CBLOL. But in Ronzo Town, I think the crowd is going wild. GG is called! Confetti falls from the sky! Naked chicks are all around! Ronzo takes the ymisofine invitational! Wow, what did you think, CDLOL?
That was wild. That was
That was
fantastic
an amazing play.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining the tournament. Thank you, CDLL, for joining me for this finals matchup here. And hopefully, maybe we'll do a few more casts in the future. Good night, guys.